Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full Legendary Super Saiyan themed moveset. Now this was suggested by William, so thank you ever so much for the moveset theme suggestion. If you guys have any suggestions for yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and the best ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you do enjoy these videos and you think they deserve it, please leave a like. So for our supers, we've got Perfect Shot, Blaster Shell, Gigantic Omega and Meteor Crash, Gigantic Omega and Final Shine Attack as our two ultimates, Blaster Shell as our evasive, and Super Vegeta as our transformation. Now the reason I decided to run Super Vegeta for this moveset was because, I mean, if there was an option to use a Strike Ultimate, then I would probably have just ran Super Saiyan, because that way I'd have access to Super Saiyan 3, which is phenomenal. So given the fact that there's only two attacks on here that are strikes, I decided to just go for Super Vegeta. Plus, if I really want to, I can go for the strategy of going for Super Vegeta 2 early on and then just maintaining my ki throughout the entire fight, and at the very end, or if the situation calls for it when I need to use it, I can just finish off my opponent with a huge Final Shine attack. So that being said, let's get into the first fight for this video. So most of the fights for this video are actually with no limitations on, so that means I'm going to be level 85 and my opponent will be near that level. In the first fight, my opponent is actually level 85, and I thought she was running a female margin to start with, but no, it's just a Saiyan, I think, I'm not too sure, with green skin, so I just thought that was very funny, and it did actually throw me off for a moment. But the way I found out that she is actually a margin is because of her blue aura when she powers up and when she dashes. So she's running Warp, Kamehameha and Emperor's Death Beam, plus she's running the God of Destruction's Anger, so I do need to be careful there. Now granted, for this moveset I decided to put more emphasis on my ki supers and my ki in general, hence why I have a ton of ki right now. So if she does break my guard at all, then I should get recovered pretty fast, but still it's something I want to try and avoid, because if she has max ki and hits me with the God of Destruction's Anger, then Emperor's Death Beam, that's going to really hurt, so I just need to be very careful here. And my evasive, which is the Blaster Meteor, it's very aggressive and it's not really defensive, so again I just need to make sure that I don't, mess up. I'm also running Mirror Super Soul, which is called something like Someone Satisfy Me. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And what that does is, when you break your opponent's guard by using the triangle stamina break, well, it may be both of the stamina breaks, but I know this works for the triangle version, it boosts all of your attack. So if I do that and I've got max ki and I go for Final Shine attack, that's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage on my opponent. Plus, like I've already said, this is with no limitations on, so stats do actually apply. I have, I think, max ki and max ki supers, because at the moment I'm just using a build to help me, fly through parallel quests just to unlock things. I will eventually change my stats to something that actually matches my playstyle, but that was the end of the first fight. Going into the second battle, I break my opponent's guard straight away. He's got Supernova and Omega Shenron's ultimate, so I mean, let's be fair, they're both terrible, but for the most part anyway. And he's also got Time Scan Kamehameha and I think the Kalkin Assault, so I'm not necessarily sure if this is someone who, I mean, they are very cool looking attacks, but you don't really see them being used that much online because they're not the best. But that being said, I did just go for Super Vegeta 1 and he did perfect block it, so I don't know if that was just pure luck or if this player knows what he's doing. But given I was able to break his guard pretty much immediately, and now he has like 2 bars of stamina, so if he vanishes once more like he did right there, like I just don't know, I can't get a read on this player. Like, was he just lucky in getting that perfect blocker when I transformed, or does he know what he's doing? Given the fact that, I mean, right there, I went for perfect shot rather, and he didn't, block it, so I don't know if this is a good play or not. Given the fact I just went for the stamina break and finished him off with the Final Shine attack, I have to assume that he just got a bit lucky with that perfect block. So that being said, a good second fight to warm up with. Let's go into the third fight for this video. So I'm fighting a Namekian now, and I was thinking, yes, finally, hopefully he's going to go for his giant Namekian form. I doubt he's running Arcane, given the fact he's got Super Kamehameha and Justice combination as his 2 ultimates. So it's either going to be the giant Namekian transformation or Potential Unleashed. At this point I really didn't know, and I was kind of expecting him to have the giant Namekian form, given he's got quite a lot of stamina, so it just makes sense. And he went for the stamina reset there, and I don't know if that was accidental or not. But to me, I was thinking right here, okay, I've got 3 bars of stamina, I should probably go for a stamina reset myself, and I was going to go for the swing kick to try and hopefully send him back, or to go into a clash to try and, stall him out while my stamina did recover. but I completely failed, and he did a tiny bit of damage on me. Like, it was pretty much, you know, I didn't really lose anything from that. But now I am actually wondering if he does have the Giant Namekian transformation equipped or not, because I mean, in a moment I'm going to get a perfect blocker, well, right there, and that's going to be the second time I broke his guard in this fight, and he doesn't really have the best stamina management to begin with, so I'm wondering, well, is he a Giant Namekian? Like, I just couldn't tell. So I do not eventually, like, I do give him a few fights. I mean, right there, he went for the maximum charge, I think it was, right in front of me. I don't know if he's running maximum charge or the full power charge. And from there, I went for the triangle stamina break and went for the gigantic Omega, or whatever Broly's ultimate's called. Like, they're all called gigantic and Omega in the names. Whatever Broly's ultimate, that finished him off. I really do want to fight a Giant Namekian, so because of that, I do give him a second fight, and I pick the Glacier stage, thinking, well, if he has a charge, like a charge-up attack, maybe he can use that to get lots of ki, because off the top of my head, and I only recently unlocked Giant Namekian on my Namekian character, which you will see soon. I don't know if the Giant Namekian form actually takes ki or not. I think it takes 1 or 3 bars, I just don't know, but I do know it drains your stamina, so I did decide to pick this stage to try and, you know, bait him into charge up to use it, because it would just be so much fun to fight against. And because of that, I think I made quite a big mistake here, because I think he's running the same build as the last fight, and he's running, like what he said, Super Kamehameha, but more importantly, Justice combination. And because I was too obsessed and like just really waiting for him to try and go for the Giant Namekian form, like, he does actually do a fair bit of damage on me throughout this fight and the next fight just by using Justice combination, and I wasn't really anticipating it because I was too concerned and just really wishing he'll go for the Giant Namekian form. So he went for it there, the Justice combination, and I had to use my evasive, and right now I'm in a pretty bad spot because he's got over, like, what, almost 2 more bars of health than I do, and Justice combination really does sting. So he goes for it there again, and I'm able to vanish at the very end, and if I didn't, then that probably would have finished me off. But now I do have max ki, well, I did before I went for my gigantic meteor. He went for the stamina reset. I don't know if it was accidental or not, I don't really care because it's something that's going to benefit me. I immediately follow up with the final shine attack, thinking, well, it may hit him if he's going to go for something like times 10 Kamehameha or Galagun, like what he did right there. So if he had done that maybe a second or two earlier, then my final shine attack may have hit him. I'm not too sure because I have lost stamina, so I may have just broken my stamina guard. But right here, I did break his, and I just follow up and hit him with the perfect shot. And thankfully, probably because I have lost stamina, well, low health rather, that'll give me a boost in damage, and that'll be enough to finish him off. So let's go into the final fight against this guy and to see if he's going to use the Giant Namekian transformation. So like what I've already said in the previous fight, he's running Justice combination, and because I'm just so obsessed with him turning into the Giant Namekian, I was just praying to God that he would, and I wasn't really anticipating or focused on his ultimates, which that's going to really bite me in the back here because he's going to kick my ass in this fight with Justice combination. Now you could say Justice combination is broken or whatever, that's not what this video is about. So he does have lost stamina now, so I'm thinking, well, I could maybe go for stamina reset because, well, right now it's probably a bit too late because, you know, I had 4 bars of stamina and I vanished, so I had just over 2 bars. So right here I go for the Blaster Shell, which I thought looks very cool. Sent him flying back, followed it up with a second one. I said, no, I'm mad for some reason, I don't know why. But right here, like, he's only got for the Justice combination again. He's got 3 bars of stamina, and I have to use my evasive there to try and tank some of the damage. And I'm thinking, oh Christ, okay. Like, I have low health again, and given how close the second fight was, I'm thinking maybe I should try and forget about the Giant Namekian transformation and just try and focus on fighting and actually beating him. So I do make a bit of a comeback here. I go for Super Saiyan 2, and my plan at the moment was to just try and, you know, build up as much ki as possible, then to go for the triangle stamina break and to try and do, you know, trying to basically obliterate him with the final shine attack. So I do try and go for the triangle stamina break in a moment. Well, actually, no, I don't. I go for the meteor crash. So his stamina's now broken. I could maybe try and send him flying down now because, well, right now he goes for a second Justice combination, and right now I've got pretty much no health left. So I'm thinking, okay, I should probably just do what I'm best at and just try and go for some basic attacks here. But no, he's going to beat me in a moment. Like, at this point, I realistically just can't make a recovery. I did try and go for the stamina break, but because I used it and couldn't really recover in enough time, he was able to take advantage of that, and just one hit from there was enough to finish me off. And even though Namekians don't necessarily, compared to Saiyans, they don't necessarily hit that hard, but because I had no health left, one hit from that point was enough to finish me off. So I won 2 out of 3 fights against that guy. I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the final fight for this video. So I believe for this fight I'm playing with limitations back on. So everyone's like level 50, I'm level 50, and so is he. Well, yes it is, because like I've got quite a lot of stamina now, and my key is like back to like what, 7-ish bars. So he's running Final Flash and the one-handed Kamehameha. I think that's a Mark II, I'm not too sure. But I just want to include this fight because I really want to hit someone with the triangle stamina break and then final shine attack, because it is very devastating. But given, like I just said, I'm playing with limitations on, the effects of Super Souls do not apply here. And it's funny because one of the first moveset videos I did, which was the full Kamehameha themed moveset, I should probably do that one again because it's really fun to do. But there were a lot of comments saying, oh, this moveset would be useless if I'm using TN Super Soul. And I'm thinking, well, yes it would be, but in limitations, well, with limitations on, the effects of Super Souls don't take effect, so it wouldn't make you immune to Kamehameha, it just wouldn't do anything. So my Mirror Super Soul, it's not going to take effect when I go for the triangle stamina break, which does suck a bit because I did want to see the full power of a Super Saiyan 2 or Super Vegeta 2 final shine attack with max key and activating Mirror's Super Soul, because I'm imagining it will do a ridiculous amount of damage. But in a moment I'm going to actually drop out of Super Saiyan 2 because I want maximum key recovery. So he's going to go for the one-handed Kamehameha Mark II in a moment, and I do get the perfect block up when it hits me, but then I move out of the way because I just can never get the second or third perfect block. And he goes for the Final Flash, which will actually give me my full key back. So I go for Super Vegeta 2 again, and from this point I'm just trying to find the perfect situation to use the triangle standard break and then to hit him with a final shine attack. I think we go into, well, I think he vanishes like right here. He's going to vanish in a moment as well, and right now he's got no stamina, so all I need to do now is just get him in a bit of a combo. Then I can go for the triangle standard break and I can finally finish him off with the final shine attack. And if you watch carefully there, I actually defeated him and I still had like 1.5 bars of key left, so I could have gone for like maybe a second ball to do, quite a lot of damage. So that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and with that being said, I will see you next time.